the supermarket full. Don't worry. The supermarkets ain't
Anyone who believes him is a clown anyway.
This is Jeremiah 17 and 5.
Matt Hancock. Yeah, go on.
Jeremiah 17 and 5. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Lord.
That's why you got to put your trust in Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai to deliver us in these last days. Because if you put your trust in these people out here, man, you're gonna fall. Because these people don't have no power. At the end of the day, Esau himself is going to be taken down. So how you going to lean on him? Esau don't even know he's in a trick bag. The elites don't even, they're going down. How you going to lean on them? They're going into slavery.
Terror shall make them afraid of every
Back in 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, the 23rd verse. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall suddenly be afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of
all these fake friends, man. These people are fake. They don't have the true brotherly love. We're the ones with the true brotherly love that are willing to sacrifice for each other. These people in the world ain't ready to do that. It's all fake.
They're willing to sacrifice them.
That's why you get sick. These fuckheads come up here bawling about love all the damn time. If these people were so much about love, you think the world would be the way it is? These fucking Edomites come up to the camp of all fucking people on the planet Earth, these so-called white people preaching about love. When the whole world's under everything they've done in history has been hateful. They spare not to be hateful. The gooks get a fucking virus, they're the ones that was being the most racist. Even one cracker today, when I was in the station, one cracker came up, right? The Jubilee and the Metropolitan line was down for engineering works. And he was like, yeah, how do I was like, nah, the Metropolitan line and the Jubilee line's not running. And he was like, fucking Corona. Fucking Chinese. I'm looking at this cracker I'm looking at this cracker like, bro, I just said it's an engineering work. It ain't got nothing to do with the corona. And even if it did, what the fuck? The Chinese didn't. They got infected by the shit. Like, these crackers are the most racist people you will ever meet in your entire life. They have never shunned to disrespect people. They've never shown respect to nobody. They've never loved no other group of people. There's not one nation of people that can stand up and say, you know what, man, them crackers is all right. They did good by us. Aborigines, no. Ammon, the Japanese, no. Chinese, the Moab, no. The fucking Elamites, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, every blood clot stand, no. The Hamites, no. Jake, no. Japhet, it don't matter what nation you want to say, man. Esau ain't done good by nobody. But they're the same ones that's going to come up to us, vocab, where's the fucking love? Well, fuck you devils, man. You're going to find out where the love is real soon. Because no one ain't going to be helping you crackers, man. You crackers ain't gonna have no. Hey, they shall be like the Chase Road.
Yeah, I was gonna read that.
Yeah, read that. These crackers. That's another thing. These crackers. Hey, if all hell breaks loose, everyone might. A group of Jake might run into a group of Elam or a group of Elam. If they see a group of Edomites, they be like, yo, we gonna get it on, but we gonna get these fuckers first.
We all got the same one.
Yeah? Man, we gonna deal with these crackers first, man. Because no one likes these fucking crackers, man. That's the one thing everybody's got in common. Because the Elamites would be like, you know what, these niggas ain't really fucked with us. But these fucking crackers, these bloody crackers, they come to India, they fucking steal the Taj Mahal. Hey, it's true though. It is true. You ain't got no friends on the earth, man.
But the scripture says there's none that doeth good, no, not one. You know, that's talking about Esau.
Everyone's tried to get along with you. No one can get along with you devils, man. No one can. You
even their own people.
Even your own, you don't even get along with each other, man. And you come up here talking about you Hebrew Israelites are hateful. You're hate groups.
I got a super quick one. It's just a quick.
You're trying to get in quick.
I am, man. Obadiah 1 and 2.
You can hold that side.
Behold, I've made Obadiah 1 and 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
And that's been happening, and with this coronavirus thing, it's really happening more. Because all over the news in Russia, all the Russians are looking at the Americans like, yo, these fucking the Americans released a fucking biological weapon on the world, fucking up the economy. Man's like, yo, you mean I lost my job for these fucking crackers in America? Like, imagine you got somebody to blame. You know what, I lost my job, so I couldn't pay healthcare for my granny, and my granny died because of these fucking Americans. So when Putin says we gonna roll on them, they gonna fully be on that shit. The Chinese, yeah, these fucking Americans, they half my family died because these motherfuckers bring a biological weapon. So what do you think gonna happen when they declare war on America? They ain't gonna be nobody going, well, I don't know about that, man. I mean, them Americans is alright. No, them Chinese are gonna be like, fuck them motherfuckers, man. They fuck with us. I just had to bury my granny because of these motherfuckers, man. Same thing with Iran. The nation, all the nations, you could Google it. Hey, someone Google it, let's read it for the people that don't know. All these nations are starting to blame, their governments are putting out that propaganda that America is to be blamed for the coronavirus. Yeah. So don't you understand that all that pain and suffering that the coronavirus is causing, they all gonna be focusing it on America.
Well, Putin just got he passed a bill so he can basically rule indefinitely. So he don't even have to worry about having to pretend, you know, to get voted in again.
Well, the name now Putin means Vladimir Putin means the way of the path of rulership, the path of the ruler.
Yeah. So all he's gonna do now is focus on the game plan, which is, you know, going against America, man, which is in prophecy.
You got that?
Yeah, let me read this. Yeah. Isaiah 13:11 says, "And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible." Which goes into Esau Edom. He's number one on the Heavenly Father's hit list, because he's the one that's caused this uproars of the people on the earth. All these, everything that's upside down on the planet right now is all by the auspices of these so-called white people, man. They're banking elites.
Yeah, but there's more than that. It should say on Drudge Report. If you go to Drudge Report, there's an article that says the Chinese, the Russians, and the Iranians are blaming America.
Yes.
Now, if the government's blaming it and they're pushing it on the people are going to believe it.
Maybe this one.
Yeah?
Let me go through.
Let me just read this first. Isaiah 13 and 14, and it says, "And it shall be as the chase roe, as a sheep, it says that no man taketh up. It says that shall every man turn to his own people and flee everyone into his own land." So that's the time we're in right now. Esau is that chase row. Everyone's gonna want hands on deck to get their hands around Esau's neck. Now you got this clown Boris B. Tech Johnson that the brother was going into. He's causing nothing but upheaval in the parliament. And he's a false leader because he doesn't even know what to do with this COVID virus that's spreading like wildfire out here. He doesn't know how to handle it. Same thing with DJ Trump. When people was asking him questions at the, that national quarantine emergency that he was declaring, he kept passing on the question to all the panel that was behind him. He weren't dealing with the questions at hand, because these guys are not real. They're not the real guys. They're not the real leaders, man. And they're leading the people to to the flock of destruction, man.
Yeah, now people are being separated as well.
Yeah, that's
with this. They're going back to their own place.
Yeah,
they don't want to mingle around with people.
Yeah.
I think it was even China saying that they got a lot of medicine that they might.
Yo, dog,
back.
get someone get Ezekiel the 38th chapter. Because you might not believe it, but this is actually helping to bring the war. Yeah, this is helping to bring the war. Now, I said I wasn't going to bring the article out, but I got to bring it out, man, in the spirit. I can't hold back. Read that scripture you got again about you be small among the heathen. Let's read Ezekiel 38, and I'm going to get this beautiful article right here. I'm going to sound like Trump.
You got Ezekiel. Who's got Ezekiel 38? Someone hold it. Yeah, I'm going to read it just to make sure, brother. Obadiah 1 and 2.
Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen next week, but this is all building up to it. Because the world economies the people are gonna be hurting from this shit. All this quarantine shit. If the people were if everyone had savings and you could afford it, it wouldn't be a problem. But the fact of the matter is, because Esau's so wicked, in his society, the majority of people can't afford to not work for 2 weeks, a month. They can't afford to lose their job. So all that's gonna cause problems, and it's gonna lead to pressure. And the pressure's gonna be they're gonna have to do something to relieve it. War. War gives people something to do. Redirect their energies.
If I can say as well, is for instance, where you got all of these major events being locked off, what you have is all of the people in the chain that are no longer making money. Like for instance, the football games being locked off.
So all them people around there that would normally make money. Oh, all the shops around Baker Street today, they weren't getting no people coming through there buying the Pret and all that. They were empty. The Starbucks, the girl was just in there cleaning.
Euston, King's Cross, same thing.
Yeah.
Just walking around looking, twiddling.
And they ain't gonna get no bailout because they only want to bail out the banks.
Yeah.
South by Southwest, an event that 400,000 people would go to. Right, so all you would have guys who are making merchandise, guys that had prepared food.
They've already bought all the merchandise.
Bought everything. And now those people ain't gonna come.
So you've got council, spring
Well, they could give me some of that for free.
Yep. And people are gonna commit suicide.
Oh, that's coming in a big way.
Mass suicides. Okay, this is Obadiah.
Some of them are gonna be suicide by cop and more mass shootings
Yeah, for real.
on the Eminem shit.
Obadiah 1:1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord power, concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle. Verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
Now, beautiful. Now let me read this article right here. This is from newslyblog.home, blah blah blah. Written on the 13th. It says, when the world comes after America, the war will, but according to them, it will last for years. But we're not dealing with that. But I'm just dealing with let's eat the meat. That's where the bone them, yeah. And most large cities will be destroyed. But we already know it's not most large cities. It's going to be all cities, great and small. But you know, when them Edomites, they always got to come with like, some kind of positivity. You know what I mean? They can't go all the way, into doom and gloom. They got to hold it back a little bit. It says the next Great Depression will be worldwide, and it will be deeper and more chaotic than anything ever seen before. When the whole world suffers, it will blame the US for it, and everyone will want a piece of America for retribution. Now that sounds like in line with the prophecies that we read it. It says the nations of Russia, Gog, Magog, China, and Iran, Persia, which will lead the Muslim nations in the Mid-East and Africa, will gang up on America, which will be even more devastated financially than most nations. The American forces will succumb to a massive attack that takes down most of our electronic equipment and destroys our high-tech advantage. The war that follows will become mostly a conventional affair, fought on American soil, a massive invasion by millions of enemy troops, and blah, 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 blah. We ain't gonna read all that.
That's the
right?
She's sung that shit.
Oh, okay.
Blah, 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 blah. I ain't going in. But I'm saying the gist of what they're saying is correct. When everything goes to shit, these nations are gonna have a bone to pick with America. They're gonna be wanting to go to war.
Can I get something quickly?
Now, the Israelis are still gonna play their part.
Yeah, beast of the flock shall draw them out.
It's Isaiah 14, verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressors ceased, the golden city ceased? The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth.
No one's gonna come to their aid, man. No one ain't gonna like them. The golden city, so fucking golden, and most people can't even afford to get themselves tested. A lot of people can't afford to get the test. In the first world country like America, they can't afford to get the test to get tested for the corona. See, all the fuckery going on, all the lies is being exposed, man. About the land of the free and the home of the brave and the land of opportunity and all that crap. Man's are suffering over there, man. Man's are in debt, like most of them ain't got no savings. They're fucked up, man. Living paycheck to paycheck. How's that the peak of civilization? No savings, no stores. Hurt.
Yep, read them.
Go on, man.
So verse 7 says, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feather is come up against us. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. Is stirring up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. They have raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. And they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become as weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations?
Yeah, they're going to be brought down, beginning with America. They're being weakened, they're being exposed. All America really has left is a bunch of nukes. They got a bunch of nukes and some military artillery. Other than that, they really ain't got shit. They really ain't got shit, man. What they really got? They ain't got the NBA no more, that's gone. And them niggas gonna get rusty as fuck. They're done. Yeah? Them niggas gonna come back like Charles Barkley in fucking Space Jam. Fumbling the ball. Them niggas, they come back playing again, them motherfuckers start fumbling, and Steph Curry gonna be missing every shot. Nigga out of his groove.
Man.
Nigga go back to them low point percentage games. You know? Nigga better start taking them jump shots. Them free throws ain't gonna be going in no more, man.
I don't know what's going on, Bob, but it seems to come down.
I'm gonna have to take them. You niggas start shooting them in the paint. You know what I mean? Oh man,
Layups
taking jumpers, layups, yeah. Hey, but they weren't even hitting layups in the Space Jam. I don't know what happened, man. Yeah, it's done, man. It's done. That place is done. They got a drug problem, opioid crisis off the chart. That place is done, man.
And I even, because I can't remember where I heard it, but basically drug sales is going to be, like, that business is going to be booming. Because a lot of people are going to be doing away with their sorrow for a moment.
Yeah, because they're going to run out of drugs.
They're going to run out of drugs. But there'll be a time, and then that's going to snowball, and that's going to be part
That's another problem. How you going to have a country and you got children, like, just depressed and shit? Show me no fucking depressed children, man. Just bare children on depressed and antidepressants. Children. And you're going to stand up there like my fellow Americans. This is the greatest country. What the fuck are you talking? You see, it's all lies and deceit.
Yeah.
And they keep trying to get you to believe. But it's not the kingdom of heaven. It's not paradise. There's nothing good. It's polluted. It's destroying you. It's destroying your family. Let it burn. It ain't getting no better. They're not improving anything. Nothing's getting better. From the education to the health system, there's nothing that's improving.
It's all getting worse.
It's all getting worse. But they stand up there like my fellow Americans. I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. And God, and we're the greatest, and we're gonna do this, we're gonna save them, we're gonna make it great. No, everything's getting worse, man.
And that's how you know this kingdom's true.
Finished, man.
It's right on the end. You know, this is not a thriving kingdom no more.
All Esau got is his suits and his accent, man. That's the only thing Esau got left, man. And some nukes.
Yeah.
That's it. Which they're gonna use on themselves. Go on, bro.
Yeah, back in Isaiah 14, verse 13, it says, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
Yeah, they want to be over the children of Israel, but what you don't know is the children of Israel never really belonged to you any damn way.
That's right.
We've always been the property of the Lord. Bought us, man, a long time ago. We've always been the Lord's people. Even when the Lord gave us up into your hand, we're still his people. That's what you don't know. That's why in Egypt, the Lord came to Pharaoh and said, look, man, this is my people. And they're going to come to, and in the end, Pharaoh had to bow down and humble himself and like, yo, go serve the Lord. Yeah? But Esau wants to be over our people and keep our people in a destroyed and confused state forever, man. But the Lord is about to bring an end to all that, man. And that's one thing these Edomites ain't gonna talk about. The reason all this stuff is gonna happen to you Edomites is because of what, part of it, a big part of it is what you did to the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Even them Edomites, right? I've seen Edomites that are talking against America, but they never say nothing about what they do to Jake. They'll always say, yo, America has become godless, you know, and all this, that, and the other. They'll never come out their mouth, yeah, and they gotta be punished for what we did to the so-called Negro and what we're doing to them, and how they'll never consider that as something that they have to get punished for. Can you imagine that? They just forget all that happened. You know, yeah, no, fuck that. We might get punished for this shit that we did, but that shit, like, I mean, they're just niggas anyway. Like,
Can I get a
who
precept?
cares about them? Hey, the Lord said he cares about the controversy of Zion, man.
Can I get a precept what you were saying a minute ago? It's Ezekiel chapter 35 verse 9. It says, I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy cities shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. Because thou hast said, these two nations and these two countries shall be mine.
What two nations is that? That's the northern and the southern kingdom. For all these miscreants that be coming out the woodwork talking about the so-called Hispanics are not Israelites, man. Yes, they are Israelites. Yeah, the natives of the Americas were Israelites. They were over there. They're not Moabites. Yeah, they're not Mongoloids, according to Esau. They're Israelites, man. And they being oppressed just like the so-called Negro is being oppressed in America. In the same hood, same ghettos, going through the same problems, getting incarcerated, all up in Pelican. I got coming like, Mom, man, y'all niggas is gonna be playing basketball in Pelican Bay.
Yeah. That's it.
They be up in Pelican Bay playing basketball, man. Hey, that's why a lot of them Aryan brotherhood, people gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
But a lot of them Aryan brotherhood motherfucking crackers is really Jakes, man.
Israelites, man.
Perfect precept for that. Jeremiah.
Hey, prison is really filled with a bunch of Jakes, man.
It's a curse for
Another Holmes.
was it in houses? I can't remember. Jake.
But that really ain't going into the prisons, but yeah, it does say they'll be shut up in prison houses.
Post-traumatic slavery, man. It's Jeremiah 50 and 33. It says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. There's an all day, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
So how are they refusing to let our people go? Because they're fighting against the knowledge of who we are. They don't want us to know that we're Israelites, man. They're not. That's part of not letting us go. They want to keep us as African Americans. That's why Vocab Malone was like, yeah, well, the so-called Jew. I lean more towards them being the Israelites. Why?
Yeah, why?
Why'd you lean more towards them? You guys are not. You guys are not the Israelites. You're African Americans. You know, like, bro, like.
Vocab's even doing that right now. You've got a series of great
Christian leaders.
Yeah, great black
Follow this
Christian
guy.
leaders.
Yeah, because that's what he wants us to be. Nigga, just be black. Ain't it good enough that we allow you to call yourself a Christian? Just be a black African American and worship the white Jesus, man. That's basically what they're saying. They don't want us to be so they don't want to let us go.
Yeah.
They want to keep us under that slave and servile state.
Yeah. Ezekiel 35 and verse 11 says, therefore as I live, saith the Lord God, I will even do according to thine anger and according to thine envy, which thou hast used out of thy hatred against them, and I will make myself known among them when I have judged thee.
The Lord's going to judge. So these crackers, don't get it twisted. It's the time of Jacob's trouble, and a lot of Jacob are going to be catching hell. These Edomites are going to be catching a whole bag of hell in this time to come. They're going to be catching a whole bag of hell. A whole bag of hell. These Edomites are going to be hard now.
They're feeling it already. If you walk around town, you hear them where I live anyway, I hear them on the phone or in restaurants or whatever, they'll be saying, I hear mumble, coronavirus. Mumble, buy some food. Mumble, vaccine.
Listen, they're going to be catching hell, man.
Yeah.
they're gonna be catching hell. Their sons and their daughters. The opioid crisis is already destroying their sons and their daughters.
And Esau's just not built. He can't hack it.
He's had it too good for a while.
Esau don't know how to suck. Jake, at least, you used to going through hell. That's the normal. For Esau's been living deliciously, and that's gonna come to a crash.
Let me just finish this off. It's verse 12 says, "Thou shalt know that I am the Lord, and that I have heard all thy blasphemies which thou hast spoken against the mountains of Israel, saying, Thou art laid desolate, they are given us to consume."
Yeah, that's a blasphemy. Because when you're saying these jakes belong to me, well, hold on, you're going against prophecy. Because we're the people of the Lord. So that's blasphemy. That's a lie. The owner of Israel is the Most High. You can't say you own Israel. That's a blasphemy. Because the Lord made a covenant with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that he will never forsake that seed. So for you to say that, it's a blasphemy.
This is what it goes on to say. Because verse 13 says, "Thus with your mouth you have boasted against me."
Yeah.
Right? Because we're the Lord.
So you stole from the Most High? You think you're that? You think you're that deep? Nah, man.
"And have multiplied your words against me, I have heard them. Thus saith the Lord, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate."
Yeah, you know when when America's destroyed, man, and we got these dudes in subjection, guess what? Esau ain't ever gonna rejoice again. These other nations, they're gonna have a time when they're gonna get released. They're gonna be like, alright, got ass whoop. We understand. We're gonna do what we're told. It's cool. Esau ain't gonna enjoy nothing again. Listen, Esau, don't you understand? Yeah. You ain't having another good day. The life, your entire life. You ain't gonna be going out drinking. Even the sex ain't gonna be right, man. Even when we're getting you to breed, you're gonna have all kind of burning sensations, man.
You won't be getting no pleasant taser.
You ain't gonna be getting that nice box, man. You're gonna have some. Listen, man. You ain't gonna be even Jake in captivity, man. Be on some fucking Nate Dogg and Warren G shit.
Just hit it.
What is that? Yeah, on that regulate shit. And he's going well swell. Now we gonna go to the east side motel. But ain't gonna be no. Well, there ain't gonna be no east side motel with the hoes in the kingdom for you Edomites. It's gonna be straight captivity, man. It ain't gonna be like, that's why some of these crackers, they make these videos saying, these niggas say that they're in slavery. How can they be in slavery when they're doing it? No, we are in slavery. But the Lord have mercy where we can enjoy like certain things.
Creature comfort.
Certain things the Lord, even in this captivity, the Lord allow us to have. But guess what? When we got you Edomites in captivity, the mercies that the Lord, that's in Wisdom of Solomon, the 12th chapter. I believe it's around the 18th, 19th verse. Yeah, in this kingdom, Jake might go partying, have a little party and feel nice. You know, just feeling.
Just gonna have alcohol.
What did my man say? Roddy Rich feel like I was feeling like Michael Jackson moonwalking. You know. Jay might get nice, get himself a fine woman, and have a good night. He might get fired the next day, but the curses catch up with you.
In the moment, you know.
In the moment, you might have a good time now and again.
Little escape.
But in Esau, when you're in our kingdom, you're not gonna have a good time anytime. This is gonna be hell.
I'll go a quick one.
Wisdom of Solomon 12?
Yeah, I got one verse left.
Okay.
I'm looking. You wanna go down resources?
Yeah, finish that precept.
Daniel 7:25, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws. Yeah, Esau's, that's the period he's got now. He's worn the saints out. But it says what? And they shall be given into his hand until a time and a times and the dividing of time. So there was a set period of time Esau had it. But this is the thing, it's like with Esau with everything, this guy don't want his dominion to end. He don't want his situation on the earth to change.
He don't want to be judged.
He's trying to prolong everything forever. It says,
yeah, but even Cassidy said some niggas try not to die, but them niggas die too.
cold war. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it unto the end. So yeah, the judgment's gonna sit. There's, nothing can be diverted or changed. Esau's gonna, everything's going, all that sweet times. There's gonna come a point where no more pleasures are gonna be left, man. Right now, you know, everyone's running for that toilet paper, but you know, you can still go home and fuck your wife. She's thinking about that black dude next door, but you know.
And one last verse here, right? Ezekiel 35 verse 15 says, and as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know that I am the Lord.
Yeah, why do you think your name is Idumea? It's in the name.